Hi everybody, welcome to this edition of Campus Convos. I am joined today by Miss Gina, who is the Director of AVANZA Services. So for people out there that don't know what AVANZA is, can you just tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So the AVANZA program provides students with we provide wraparound services for students, all DACC students. We understand that coming to college is a big deal, right? So there are many moving parts, both educationally and personally. So our student success advocates work very hard to connect students to the tools necessary to be successful. We connect students to resources both inside of the classroom and outside of the classroom. I'm sorry, excuse me.
No, it's okay. Well, you know, this is just such an amazing program that DACC offers, because initially it started out in the South County, right?
Absolutely. It did start out in the South County. DACC applied and received a grant through the Kellogg Foundation. This is about 4 years ago. So specifically it concentrated on the South County campuses. So before this grant, DACC kind of focused more on academic resources like the Art Center, financial aid advising, academic advising, those types of resources. But with this grant, what they actually aimed to do specifically in the South County was to look at all students that needed holistically. They looked at all students. So that was balancing life, work, school, those type of resources. So in working with students in the South County, they saw that those students who did not qualify for the Pell Grant, like your undocumented students, maybe your single moms, they saw the need out there. And because of the work that they did awesome work out in the South, and DACC saw the value in it. And so now we're institutionalized.
That's amazing.
It's awesome.
To just know that DACC has just tapped into, you know, these lower income students. A lot of them are first generational college students too, right?
Absolutely, yes.
To just do everything possible to try to keep them in college. I mean, there's just so many ways that AVANZA helps.
Right.
And so my understanding now is, you know, since it started in the South County, so AVANZA has branched out now, and so it has expanded.
Yes, so we are now in all DACC campuses.
Okay.
And it's all DACC, yeah. So it's all over the place. It's not just in the South. And in the way of expanding, when we maybe have concentrated on the lower income, you know, the undocumented, we now serve to all students. And you know, we saw the need, and it was important to help every student at DACC.
So why is it so important to help students stay in college?
It's so important because, well, first of all, we provide those wraparound services, and that's very important for students. Studies show that there's a higher success rate all the way around when students are given those wraparound services, you know. DACC provides some awesome student resources. Financial aid are the experts in financial aid. Academic advising are the experts in academic advising. And the the AVANZA Student Success Advocates are the experts in digging deeper, you know. So we actually have the time to sit down and have that conversation with the student and kind of dig a little bit and see what are really the underlying issues for students maybe not being successful.
That is so amazing. So not only does DACC offer, you know, one-on-one assistance for any student, like in academics and advising, financial aid, but now also the student success advocates.
Yep.
So what are the types of the ways that they help AVANZA students? Like what kind of services do they offer and references do they give them?
So the services that we offer are not only your academic resources, but also your community resources. So let me give you an example. Like if a student is failing a class, our normal instinct is to maybe send them to the tutoring center, right? So the tutoring center focuses mainly on tutoring, of course, that's their specialty. But maybe it's not just because they didn't understand the material. Maybe there's some underlying issues. So we sit there and we visit with the student, and again, like I said, we get down to those underlying issues and try to provide them with the resources that they need to actually be successful. So maybe it's mental health issues that they're dealing with, so we connect them to the right mental health counselors. or maybe it's food insecurities that they're dealing with. So we provide, resources for food, those types of things. So it's basically just connecting the students to the right resources so that we eliminate those barriers so the students aren't actually having to worry about that, and they can kind of de-stress and really focus on school.
It's really
and be
like
successful.
So it's really like lifting all of those other burdens that they have so they can just focus on school primarily.
Absolutely.
Because it's not as black and white. Sometimes it isn't just, well, I didn't understand the course material. Well, they did, but they couldn't make it to school because childcare or other reasons.
Exactly.
What an amazing program that this is. And it's just so good to know that it's available to everybody now.
Yes, absolutely. And AVANZA has a really great team. We bring a wide array of resources to the table. Everybody has like a different background in their past job histories and even life, experiences. We have some staff members that worked with the nonprofit sectors. We have some staff members that were in public services, victims of crimes. So they actually had to do some of those, counseling type of work.
Yeah.
And then we have we have a staff member that has been in the public school system for many, many years. Myself, I have been in the higher education realm for about 17 plus years. I'm telling my age.
You started young.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, absolutely. So, and I have 17 years and mainly in financial aid. So a lot of issues are due to the financial aid. So having that experience, I think, has helped us a little bit. And just kind of putting ourselves in the student's shoes, and because of the past experiences that we've had, I think we can connect really well with the students. So I think AVANZA's team is just really key in this whole role.
Definitely.
Yes.
So if there is a student that's out there and may realize that they could benefit, how do they connect to AVANZA?
Sure. So students can either email us, they can call us, we can do a Zoom appointment, or we can do in person. We really like to just kind of reach out to the student in any way possible. However they want to meet with us, we're there. We can make it happen. But they can find. I have 4 student success advocates, and we have 1 on each campus. So we've listed all that information on our website. And to get to our website, it's a little bit long. So the best thing to do is to go to dacc.nmsu.edu, which is that DACC homepage. Click on the student tab and then AVANZA.
Okay.
And then listed there is all of our information, email address, phone number, and location.
This is just amazing. And have you seen that, a lot of times that once the students overcome those barriers where they're the first generation college student, that, maybe that means their children end up going to college because they see how easy it is.
Absolutely. I think that, the parents setting that example and maybe even having that great experience in the classroom or at DACC, just passing that along and, hey, you can do it. It's awesome. They have great people there to help you. So yeah, definitely it passes along to the student.
Yeah, the affordability, the opportunity to take classes online if you have to.
Absolutely.
Even down to our iPads that we give away to the incoming students.
Yep.
There's just so many different ways to support students with that.
Absolutely. And DACC is very active in writing all sorts of grants, and they've been getting all sorts of grant funding, and we're in the process of, I think, about writing 2 more that's going to, hopefully if we get them, it's going to provide even more resources for students for us to be able to help them with different insecurities or resources.
What an awesome program.
Yes.
Well, was there anything else that you'd like to add that maybe we didn't cover?
Sure. I just want to let the students know that we're here to help you. There's never a question that's too big or too little. Nothing. You should never be embarrassed to ask anything. We're here to help you, and so we're here. We're open. We're inviting, and we invite you to come and say hi. Come in. We're always here.
And so we are here at the East Mesa campus.
Yes.
So
main building, room 212. I don't know that this is our permanent spot, but for now, this is where we're housed.
Yeah. Very easy to get to. You just walk right on in the door, and it's the first door to your left.
Yes, absolutely. And if I can, I'd like to just mention the student success advocates that we have.
Oh, yeah.
We have Alma, who's amazing. She's out in the South County. She's at the Sunland Park campus. And then we have Cynthia, who's at the Gadsden Center, and then she also services the Chaparral centers. We have, we have Mary, who's at the Espina campus, and then Molly, who's here with me at the East Mesa campus. So one at each campus, so very accessible.
That one-on-one relationship.
Yes,
so important.
Absolutely.
Well, Gina, thank you so much.
You're
we appreciate
very welcome.
you coming on and talking to us about AVANZA.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Well, thank you all very much for watching this episode of Campus Convos. You can go ahead and catch this again next month. Usually it is the first Friday of each month. And you can also watch these on our YouTube page. Just search Doniana Community College on YouTube. Thanks for joining us. Oops, move the table there.